Hello, my YouTube family. I just want to say I hope everybody is blessed and being a blessing to someone else, even on this Memorial Day. I know it's a bittersweet holiday, and my heart goes out to, and prayers go out to all the people who've lost someone in service in the military, and to the surviving families, and to all the veterans that serve for our country. God bless you today. I was looking for something that I can say on this day that is going to touch somebody's heart. And I was looking through chicken soup. I said, oh my God, chicken soup. That's where I'll find a good poem that I can share that touch somebody's heart. And so I was going through chicken soup, and this one is called Just for the Soul. Just a basic one here for the soul. And it is by Jack Canfield. Yeah, see it here. Jack Canfield and Mark Victor Hansen. Y'all know I love chicken soup. Ain't nothing like a bowl of good chicken soup, not just for the nourishment of the body, but for the nourishment of the soul. And so this is a story I decided to share. It's called I Know He Goes to War. It says, trying to adjust my clothes here, y'all, so forgive me here. It says, I know he goes to war. I can't tell you of ever finding God in church. And I can't remember feeling he was near me when I went there. I do remember seeing a lot of friendly, smiling faces and people dressed in all their nice clothes. Somehow, I always felt uneasy. Too many people, too close. No, I don't remember seeing God in church, but I hear his name there constantly. Some ask, have you been born again? If so, when? And I don't understand. I did feel God in Vietnam almost every day. I felt him when after an all-night fire flight, he sent the sun to chase the rain away, and the rain would return with majesty the very next day. He was there when I collected Sergeant Moore's body parts to put in a body bag. He was there when I wrote a letter to his widow, explaining how he had died. He was behind me when I heard Sergeant Sink's last dying gasp. He helped me carry Sergeant Swanson down a hill in the Antelope Valley. I caught a glimpse of God when I felt the heat of a napalm called on our own position, May 27, 1967. I felt him around me when the chaplain would hold field service for our dead. I saw his reflection in the faces of my men when I told them to save one bullet for themselves, as we were about to be overrun one hot, steamy day in a numb, far way. He led me in the Lord's Prayer on every air assault as we stood on the skids coming in at treetop level. When we set up our night ambushes and I couldn't see my own hands because of the darkness, I would feel his hands. He sent loneliness to guarantee the fond memories that always appear later in life. I always remember the strength God gave to the orphans, the children of war. He made them strong, but they didn't understand. I know after 25 years, we sleep under the same star. He sent boys to war. They returned young men. Their lives forever changed, proud to protect the land of the free. I don't know if God goes to church, but I know he goes to war. And this is by Dr. Barry L.McAlphine from 1st Squadron, 9th United States Cavalry. Isn't that story touching? How sometimes God comes to people at different levels and at different times, and how when he was in the war and he was going through in the heat of the moment, that he felt God the most. And I think sometimes we do that too. We might not feel him in our daily journey of life, but when we're going through heated moments, sometimes we're like, God, what's going on here? Where are you? But this is when he felt God at his heated moments. But sometimes we going through heat emotions like, God, where you at? I'm going through this, I'm going through that, and where are you? But just to come thinking about how Dr. Barry McAlphine, he found God when he was out there in the war. He seen God when he seen his other soldiers, his other fellow servicemen going down. He felt God when bombs was going all around him. He felt God when he felt the darkness, when he seen the darkness where you couldn't even hardly see your hands. He felt God then. He felt God when he was lonely out there, when you was hungry and you losing your strength. You felt God when the chaplain came in and how he was praying over the dead. He felt God. He felt God when he had to carry someone down a hill and use his own strength to help carry Sergeant Swanson and the other man down and help him down before he wouldn't die down this hill and had to carry his, fellow servicemen. He felt God. He felt God when all the bombs and were dropping up all around him and you could feel just screaming and anguish and pain, man in pain. But he felt God. God was there to comfort him during a time of war, during the Vietnam War. And so this story just shows you that as this Dr. Barry Alpine was experiencing the wars, not just the rumors of wars, but war itself at hand, and how everything around him was falling down, and how everything was wrong when his life was on the line, when he was coming close to death or in the midst of death, he felt God. God gave him a peace. Isn't it wonderful how God, in the midst of the storm, he can bring the peace to you? Just like he did with this Dr. Alpine. God can do it. McAlphine, he can do it in your life too. If you're going through something today, and if memories are coming through your mind, just remember how God saved you, how he brought you out, how he brought your fathers, your grandfathers out of the war safely, how many times we just sometimes have to think back, like, oh God, if it wasn't for you. And some of us went down, some of those men and some of those women went down in history as heroes because they put their life on the line for us. And so we can just think back and say, God, just thank them for dying a hero. Because some of them didn't make it. Some of them didn't come home. They left home, but they didn't come back home. Only broken memories and pieces. And so we just got something we can be thankful for today as we remember those that lost their lives and gave their lives to our country. We're truly blessed. We're truly blessed to be in the land of the free. And my heart, like I said, my heart and prayers goes out to all those people that have lost their loved ones on this Memorial Day. And for those that are still, some of the wounded, Vietnam, men and women that are still around us, that are, going through the hurt and going through the pains of the past. And don't feel you're a hero, that you would have just did it for somebody else. In our eyes, you are a hero. You are. And you deserve the best of care. You deserve the best of everything because your life was on the line. And you put your life on the line so that someone else could live and that we can be free today. So thank you.